win. A man with
good looking
black
features. Y'all not gonna shame Big Nose. Okay, I got a big nose.
Is when I said that and I was saying that to my sister, like quoting that song. Dillon told my son, "I don't have a Michael Jackson nose." Now all of a sudden you want to be like, "That's me."
It used to be bigger though, but then I guess my features grew into it. But yeah, man, y'all know what it is. Not Relationship Goals podcast. This is episode 23.
23.
And we have a very special guest in the building today. This is one of my near and dear friends. Even though she hates me, she don't fuck with me. But we'll get to that later.
I really thought you were serious. I'm like, what did I do?
It was him.
So, but now we got Zena in the house, and we about to get into some shit today. What we starting off with today?
Oh, first off, we starting off with. Can you pull it up actually on the iPad? We're gonna do an icebreaker today. Okay, this is gonna be a really good one. We'll probably add the visuals in, or you gonna do it? I hope to add the visuals.
Yeah, I added on the video.
So you guys are kind of gonna miss it a bit, or we can turn it around. I emailed it to you, remember?
Oh shit.
All
right, let me check my email.
This is a good one.
Looking at shoes.
Which one are you gonna pull up? Do you know the first one, or you like the second one better? I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the second one.
So start it because you remember what it is. You remember some of what it is.
No, I don't.
Come on, man. You always ain't never.
Well, I have the picture.
This is see people when you not on top of your shit. This is what happens.
Not on top of it, but I have.
Okay, well there you go.
So we're gonna start off with a little.
Told you.
I need you to pull it up so the camera can see it too. But we're gonna start off with a little celebrity this or that. Okay, so I got the visuals because it makes it better. So, who survived the cheating scandal better? Offset and Cardi or Kevin and Nico Hart? Ooh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I don't know because I really like the way like
How you
Cardi.
Gonna go first?
Oh shit! Okay.
No, that's fine.
I know
How you gonna go first?
That was rude.
No, go ahead. I want to see what you're gonna say.
I kind of like the way I really like Cardi and Offset for some reason. I don't know why. They just seem like a good pairing.
You don't like Kevin Hart and Nico?
I don't know. Maybe just because I just don't think Kevin Hart is funny anymore. I don't know.
That
might be biased in this situation.
Couple? You just think Offset and Cardi maybe more relatable.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It seems like it's less branding with them. Which you?
So what was the question?
Who survived the cheating? Like who?
Cardi and Offset definitely survived the cheating scandal better because Cardi will continue to win because of that. Like I literally thought it was like a scandal. Like, girl, are you like you got an album song coming out? Like, girl, you gonna hit number one regardless. So you ain't gotta do all that. But then I was like, no, he really did that. There's something wrong with him. Like, what's wrong with him? He don't even know. Like, yeah, why can't y'all control it? But
I say what's wrong is his dick.
Yeah.
No, it's the women.
Whoa.
Everybody with a dick is wrong.
These are not the views of Not Relationship Goals podcast, okay?
All right, next one. We glad y'all worked it out, okay? Tiny and T.I. versus Lala and Mello.
Tiny and T.I.
Tiny and T.I.?
They won. Lala and Mello, I didn't really believe in that from the jump.
I'm going to go with Lala and Mello.
Why?
Because we kind of saw their relationship flourish more so than we saw like Tiny and T.I. honestly. I knew they were together, but we really didn't see them until they really got on TV.
But they never really put their relationship. I feel like the same way as Zena. Like I would go with T.I. and Tiny because like Lala and Mello really their relationship you never really seen it, you know. So it kind of like it never even existed.
It didn't exist, and then it didn't exist, and then also I feel like personally, like I know for a fact right before he got married, and then True T, like he was cheating on her. So it's just like, what's the point of you getting married if like you raw dog. And then like you have a whole nother baby on top of that. Like whoever, I just feel like, he really has another baby. That's why they were like low key broken up. But again, like they were also like living very separate. And then like I feel like if you married and like you really love your man, if my man going to Timbuktu, guess where I'm going?
Timbuktu. Yo, but no shade. On the last season,
whoever they had, R. Kelly need to hire that nigga. Whoever they had.
T.I., they back together. He's still talking about it. I think we work better when we live in separate households.
That might be true.
But that might have been for the show, though. That might have been for the show.
No, I think he really believed that. I think he really believed that. And then I will say that my grandparents have been together since I was 9, right? And they've never lived together. And then they're just now about to get married, like next year.
I'm like, crazy shit.
Wait a minute.
I swear before God. I can call Granny right now.
What is the point?
No, it's not even my grandfather. It's my granny. And anybody that knows Granny, she's like, I don't need to live with nobody. And that's how she feel about it. Because she like her space. And I feel her.
Yo, so who said that recently? Was it Whoopi, or was it like
probably
Cheryl I can't think of the bitch name. She's a black comedian though, and she was saying that she could never live with anybody. She was like, I'll be with somebody, but I don't want nobody in my goddamn space.
It's Whoopi.
You can't live. Whoopi. Mm-hmm. You can't live in my house.
No, it's hard.
Period. She said, I'm set in the ways that I am and how I know how I like my stuff, and I don't want nobody in my space.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, that's the hardest thing, I think, like, getting through that phase of a relationship.
You lived in a guest house.
Yeah.
That's how Oprah do it. No, I don't know for real.
Yeah, but I remember when I was younger, like, I never really paid attention, but my grandfather and grandmother had separate rooms. But it just was normal to me. Like, I was like, okay, well, shit, that's our room, that's his room. But, like,
right.
It wasn't no big deal, but yeah.
All right, next one. I don't know if you heard the new Meek Mill song.
I heard the clip, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think that's all they put out so far.
Okay. So this is a line from Drake. Shout out to the musicians who inspired music. Okay, so who can't let go more? Kanye and Amber, or Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj? Because Kanye's still putting out bars. He put out a whole album damn near dedicated to her in the breakup. And now Meek Mill got a whole song talking about his ex's new man. So who is worse? Who got it bad?
Kanye.
I'm going to say Kanye too.
No, I'm going to say Meek Mill's got it worse.
Why? Because I think it was
I honestly feel like Kanye had moved past Amber.
Why you still making money off
I don't think he's still. I don't really see him talking about her in his music anymore. Like he did make a whole album. He did make a. But Meek Mill's. But I fuck with Meek Mill though. That song was hard. I don't care.
And he was online talking about that's what the 2 fingers in your butt comment came.
Yeah, but this was
why are you still talking about me? This was just a couple years ago.
Yeah,
you married. You got kids. Why you
got 3.5 kids.
Come on.
But I do like that Meek Mill song.
You still stuck on me.
Hey, Meek Mill dropped that song. That shit hot.
Okay. All right. Who held it down better through 2 hots in the cop? Gucci and Keisha, or Remy and Pat?
Remy and Pat.
I'm gonna go with Remy and Pat too.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Gucci and Keisha because he left for $1 million.
And she flipped that shit.
And she flipped it. And he came back to, I think she said like $6 million or something like that.
Here's what I'm gonna go on. I'm going with Remy and Pat because that bitch is the one who did the time. We always either there the other way, right? Like she stabbing her homegirl. She had Remy coming up.
But I think
weekly.
Well, yeah. No, that nigga held it down though. I changed my mind. I agree with y'all. That nigga.
She was in the waiting room like, you take your parents down and come and get me.
And I think it was a longer time period too, right?
Like 6 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
I think Gucci was in like 3 years or something like that.
She did
a long time.
I want to say she did damn near a decade.
Yeah, she did a long time.
She's been there for a long time. Yeah. And for a man to wait for a woman, sorry.
Oh, so no, go ahead. You right.
For a man to wait for a woman, I think is a bigger deal. And like he really loved her. Like
and he's scared. She shot a bitch. She's scared.
So I would damn sure shoot you. Like I am going to.
All right, y'all. So who we like better on and off the court? Gabby and Wade or Tiana and Iman?
I like Tiana and Iman. Maybe because they just.
They're younger.
I don't know. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I like Tiana Taylor. She's sexy as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tiana Taylor.
But I don't know.
But I like.
I don't like
I
Tiana.
love Gabby. I don't like the options.
No comment. I might sound like a hater.
Spell it.
No, well, so my thing was, and then you guys being a couple, like when she's just like, you know, it's her idea to do the threesomes and all that stuff, and she like, if we want to bust a bitch down, and like that's our business, da 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 da, and then like watching them on like camera doing their little reality show or whatever, and just kind of seeing how docile he is. Like, she's a nigga in that relationship.
Oh yeah.
Which is weird for me, because even though like I got a mouth on me. Like, you can't nobody. But yeah, you still gotta. Come on. So
yeah, that one, she got a mouth on her, but I still be having to get in her ass.
It
be like that. You know?
Keep your foot on their necks, fellas.
But I think you do need to keep. Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
I like both, but you know, I really love Gabby.
Yeah,
so.
she's a Gabby.
I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna give it to her.
She's still waiting for the
I'm
last
glad
season
she
of
had
Mary
a baby
Jane.
though.
Yeah. Hey. Okay.
Finally, I thought they.
Nah, sorry, hold on. Somebody is fucked up, and you know who you are. And y'all was calling that baby ugly. I didn't say it. The baby is pretty, okay? But the people that did, y'all know I'm calling y'all out.
Said that?
Some people I know personally.
That's fucked up.
Some people that I personally know,
that's
y'all
not
ain't
right.
shit.
Yo, that's off the
not
record
right.
talk. How could you say this like
Right.
this?
You're not supposed to talk about people's kids. Keep that to yourself. That's where we draw the
You
line.
know he's dead wrong.
That's where we draw the line. I'm sorry.
We got two more, y'all. We almost done. All right, best upgrade. Sierra from Future to Russell, or Serena from Drake to Alexis, her husband. Nobody knows his name, but
nobody knows
her
his name, but
husband.
he got the bag, so I'm going with that one.
He got a whole bag.
I'm going with that one.
He got a duffel.
But I think like for the most part, sorry to cut you off. I think the story of Sierra, I think, is much better because like she just found like the quote unquote Prince of Charm. But I'm gonna tell y'all,
but it's not.
5 years from now, that nigga Russell Wilson gonna become a savage. Watch. They gonna be like, that nigga was doing all type of ill shit. Watch. Like them type of niggas always. Sometimes them type of niggas that always be like too goody two shoes. Them niggas always do.
But
why you can't just be a good man?
What I will say about Russell is, because he used to play with my ex-boyfriend, and he really is like church, God-fearing, like take these dudes on retreats and be making them go to church the whole time. Swear to God. Like at a NFL football camp. Like no lie. Like that's really who he is. And then he also, you know, he got divorced, right? From a white woman.
Yeah.
She was fucking his teammate.
Once you go black, you never go back. Oh yeah.
It sounds like nobody wants to go to their house on Friday nights. I don't want to do Taco Tuesday over there. Ain't no drinks. This nigga making me pray and shit.
Yeah.
That confident shit, bro.
It's only orange juice, no mimosa, like.
And you know, Future ran Sierra through the mud.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was her own fault. She knew that nigga wasn't shit from the beginning.
You know what? I was gonna do a topic of who got drugged more.
That would have been a good one. Yeah, that would have been a good
It was gonna be who got who. I had Khloe Kardashian and the girl Brandy Maxfield. Who was who married to the dude?
Okay,
Who they did that interview?
That
And that nigga was like
147 times.
that nigga was like, I slept with the whole time he was married. Maybe 100 women.
I would be really
shout out to them, man. They work it out.
No,
they still together.
But
I don't know if it's worked out. But
she
they're
doing
together. Whenever I see it's funny because when I was thinking about that, I was doing a little research on her. I was checking her Instagram, but her whole page is pictures of her and her kid. That nigga's like, they married. She showed her ring, but that nigga is nowhere to be found. He's never mentioned. And the same about that nigga. I'm like, y'all together, but they ain't together. They live in different houses, I'm sure. Okay, the last one. Okay, this is the best rap diss and messy threesome. Biggie, Faith, and Kim, or Kim, Kanye, and Drake?
I like the Kim, Kanye, and Drake.
Wait,
because remember,
well, no, explain it.
Okay, so
yeah.
they all had a voice, right? So Faith and Kim going back and forth over Biggie.
Okay,
and then so remember the whole Kanye beef with Drake because okay, so
So
remember the song he got
Kiki
she
was
was with
supposed to be
Kiki.
Oh,
And then wait.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait, I want to break. And then so what's the
They
song?
do
What's
call-
that
the
big
kids do
kid
call
he
her
got
Kiki.
with Travis Scott? And that nigga said, you know they lived on the block with each other. So that nigga said, "Crap down the block." I made it right. Cut the lights. That whole verse is a diss to that nigga Kanye. Like said I was your girl. That nigga said gotta pay the price. That nigga's checks over stripes. That's
We already know Kim is a cheating ass bitch. So I ain't gonna put nothing past her, none of them Kardashians.
I like that one better just because I feel like it was better raps involved in that one.
What in the
With Kanye and Drake.
Yeah, because I didn't even know what happened.
I like the Faith, Kim, and Biggie shit because we know that shit was actually real and they was really going like we really seen pictures of him with Faith and then him with Kim and then we got it was disses. This nigga popped up on he slept with Faith. It was that was to me that was way messier. I like that shit.
I like that
juicy.
shit.
It was a lot going on in there.
Yes, man.
Okay. Kim was talking about sucking his dick on tracks, making sure Faith knew what was going on.
She said she was swallowing all types of cum.
She said everything.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lil Kim.
I will give it to Lil Kim if I had to.
Yeah. Y'all
remember? But Drake's pussy, so anyway.
I ain't fucking about that shit. I know for sure that Faith and Kim had to scrap that shit out a couple times. Okay?
I'm pretty sure they was throwing major hands.
Y'all remember? Bella, why you doing that? I remember back, she was the laziest little grub. First of all, you want to get up, but you mad. Y'all remember back in the day when they said that Lil Kim passed out during her performance because she had too much cum in her stomach.
They had the pumper.
They had the pumper stomach.
As a kid, I didn't believe that.
I think that shit was real.
She's all the cum on her stomach. No, I don't believe that shit.
You never know. She was probably cum guzzling. But let's get into it though. That was fun, really fun. I like that. Keep that up.
See?
Alright, so
that was fun.
Now let's talk about it, Zena. So you got the line by Zena Tyler. So
yes.
How did that come about? Like, what made you get into? No. First, let me ask you this.
What?
Now, are you making these clothes, or is this like a boutique?
God.
You go find the clothes. Let me know. Like
everything I make, I be like.
Let me find out.
I literally got a sweatshop in my house. No lie. And it's just me.
Okay, I'm like, let me find out.
Like, I wish I had some help.
All right, but yeah, so how did you end up starting doing that?
So everybody thinks like I just like started sewing overnight. First of all, I learned how to sew in high school. Now, granted, I didn't use it after high school. Like I left, went to college, did all that stuff or whatever. And then me and my granny were like downtown, supposed to be buying some stuff for our ottoman. And then I had been looking for like a comforter set, but I couldn't find nothing because everything had flowers on it and I didn't want none of that. Mm-hmm. And then I saw some fabric. I was like, oh, that would be cute for like a duvet cover. And then the lady was like, oh, okay, I can make it for $180 or something like that. I'm like, I can make that. How much your fabric cost? $40? Okay, let me get the measurements, how many yards I need. My granny's like, you can't sew. And I'm like, yes, I can.
For $140, I can.
For $140, straight line, I'm pretty sure I can handle that. By the time I was done, I had a comforter, pillowcases, all kind of stuff.
That's dope.
And then I took a picture. I was like, Granny, you like my thing? She's like, oh yeah. Like, did you ended up having to make it? I'm like, no, I made it myself.
She was playing.
I was inspired by this.
Hello, dusted off that sewing machine, and then it was like, okay, what else can I make? And then I bought a pattern, I made some pants, and everybody was liking the pants. I was like, okay, well, what else can I make? And then from then on, I just kept making stuff. And then Instagram was like, obviously very, very helpful. And then people were just like, okay, well, can you make me something? I'm like, I guess so. So like, let's try it out. So then
big ass over here.
Let me measure here.
Let me see what them hips is.
Yeah. So a lot of trial and error, and that's how it started. And then I did the same thing. I like Outlier 10,000 hours, and I just kept doing it, and that was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, because I used to see you like putting up pictures of like the sewing machine and stuff like, oh, that's pretty dope. But I didn't know like that's where you were going with it.
I didn't know that's where I was.
So
you did alright. So okay, so I thought you was like in the room, like trying to figure out what you wanted to do in life, and you're like, all right, this is it. So you just stumbled upon it.
No, I got a good job. Like that wasn't. It was just something to do. It was just like I'm a tourist, so like naturally, like we're just like creative, and like I just like doing stuff. And then the fact that I could do something, and then like I have like an atypical figure, so like I can't. And then I'm short. I'm 5'2". So like I just couldn't always.
Is she 5'2" or 5'2"? Think about it.
Okay, please stop.
Y'all come on, y'all remember that shit?
No.
We knew what you were saying.
Or what was it?
It was terribly corny.
I still don't know what you're talking about, but I feel you.
Y'all remember that song, Lloyd?
Lloyd with the brain.
But everybody thought but they supposedly it was saying he was saying
it was
5'2".
Yeah,
but nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Yeah, no one.
But anyway,
somebody called
it.
I don't know.
But
if you 5'2", it works.
Yeah, but yeah, so I just then I just started making stuff, and then it was just like, okay, well then I don't have to worry about having something on that everybody else has. Yeah. So it's like, I can go out and know that I have
one of a kind.
Yeah, one of a kind, and then it's like, okay, I like that, but I want that in glitter. So I'm going to
I'll make that.
So I'll make that, and so then that's just how it started, and then I just kept going, and then after a certain, after I started really making money off of it, it was just like, okay. And that was probably 3 years ago. I was like, okay, well, I guess this is a real business at this point because I was really making money. So then, I went and legalized everything. And then this year was the first time I started selling to the actual public and doing multiples or something. Because usually I would just do one and be like, oh no, that's yours. Can't nobody else have it. So don't ask.
It's just for you.
That's dope. So now is it a passion of yours now?
I love doing it.
Oh,
literally, I could bust down 10 outfits in one day.
Damn.
And be one day I may not feel like sewing, but I might feel like cutting. So I'll cut out 10 different outfits, and I always just be buying fabric. So I always just got something going on, and then I just sew them all, and then I'm just waiting on somewhere to wear it.
Okay. So each piece, is there a certain number of production that you make, or is it just by orders, how many you get?
So it depends. I let you guys kind of tell me what you like, because the things, because sometimes I can post something and then maybe I'll sell 4. And then the outfit that Dilly bought, Ash,
and it's cute.
I like all your outfits, but that one really caught my eye. That one was.
I did the biggest numbers with that one than I did anything. And I hate print is the other crazy part about it. So naturally I would never do that, but I know people like print. So again, I'm not making this for me anymore. I'm making it for other people.
Yeah, now you have to, and that's crazy because that's some of what we do. We wanted to, when we started this, we was okay, let's keep it about relationships.
Right.
But then as we went along, we seen people want us to talk about bullshit. People want to hear about Khloe
Kardashian love drama,
sleeping with the other.
And that's a relationship.
Yeah, and that's a relationship too. But it was
I'm sorry, I'm about to go all off topic just now.
No, she's about to go on a rant.
Let's hear it.
No, she's looking at the TV. No, we don't care about this shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm about to go way somewhere.
But yeah, that was part of our struggle in getting to where we are now. Now I feel like we're a more rounded show because we're not constraining ourselves to just we have to focus just on this. Because you got to give the people what they want.
It should be like that.
And everybody not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Some bitches.
Yeah. Yes. And I feel not relationship goals is just the title. That's just us. That's just us. And then
you guys are really cute, by the way.
Thank you. She needs me. She's
cute. Yeah, and that's really dope. So I was when I saw it, I was man, I'm so excited when I see people that I know, and just even people that I don't know, find their passion is something that they want to do. Because for me, this corporate shit and working for these companies, it's cool. Set yourself up. It's for the birds. But if you gotta do it, set yourself up. But continue pursuing your passion. I had so many excuses before we started doing this shit. We were supposed to do this shit 2 years ago.
Oh,
but I came up with so many excuses why I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I gotta go to work every day. I ain't got time to do
You don't get off?
Right.
So they make you sleep there? How that work? How does that work? You don't have no energy?
And but I think I feel not just a struggle for myself, but I feel a lot of people go through that same thing where it's you talk yourself out of shit. And a lot of it is fear. It's you're scared of failing. People don't want to fail. And I was gonna ask you, is there when you put out a piece, is there any point where you feel if you don't sell a certain amount, do you feel that was a failure or anything like that?
No, because I never went into this for the purpose of getting rich or anything like that, right? Although
it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
I literally,
it's coming, y'all.
I literally see it. I know that it's coming. Just with the progression, it's for sure coming. But that wasn't my intention when I did it. I did it because I liked it.
Yeah.
It didn't, and I was making it for me. And sometimes I'll make something and they're like, oh, can you make it? I'm like, no, bitch, that's mine.
Yeah.
And I'm not making it for anybody but me. Sorry. So yeah, so it's like, I didn't go, so like, no, I don't think any one thing is a failure because like, everything don't always have to work. And then like, you know, that didn't work doesn't mean you can't make something else. And again, I be busting down 10 outfits in a day. Yeah. I got 30 outfits at home. Now I ain't never posted. Never.
Hello.
Got pictures up.
We gonna get those. We gonna get them right now.
But you know, so it's just like I got more. Like it's more where that came from, and it doesn't always have to. Cause like now I'm getting to the point where like you know like the full. Cause like Ash is slim, right? So we get into the point where it's like you know people who aren't necessarily like okay, can you make something for the fluffies? And it's like okay, I got y'all. Let me figure something out. And then, you know, you have to think about it from different perspectives. So if anything, it's a challenge. I don't think anything is like a failure because like going into this, I set myself up in a way to where regardless of whether or not it works out or it doesn't, I'm still going to be all right. And I'm a tourist, so we like security, okay? So all my ducks is in a row. Yeah. So whatever happens, like I'm still going to have a positive outcome. Regardless, yeah.
That's a big thing for me is security too. Like I need to feel, I'm a Pisces.
Okay.
I'm an Aquarius Pisces. I'm a cuss. So I'm not one of those lying Pisces. Thank you. Because pure Pisces, I know that they lie a lot. Okay, don't count me in that bunch. I'm the Aquarius Pisces. Okay, I'm a free spirit.
You just telling yourself, nigga. You lie a lot.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. This nigga knows. But yeah, I'm like that too. I'm really big on security. Like I need things to be like this. It needs to be this before I feel okay with it. And he's more of like,
Aries.
He's just going. Yeah, he's want to go.
But you know what? I have.
So I'm
proud of myself.
But that's why happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. Okay. Because I do live in the moment, but I'm also learning to plan ahead now. Like dealing with like once we started getting in a relationship. Like I was, you know, still the same person, but like we learned a lot together. It's like, okay, we need to set goals. We need, you know what I mean? It's like we got so comfortable in like just whatever we had, but then we started seeing like, this ain't it. Like this can't be the end all be all. Like, we doing good, but we could be doing much better. So it's like now I know like to start planning ahead. We make 5-year plans. You know what I mean? Right. It's like instead of just, but I still live in the moment. Like I don't let that shit go. Like
no, and I think it's important to live in the moment because I think you miss a lot of opportunities not living in the moment. But I also think it's important to like trust your gut and then be like whatever your first thought is, and it's something that like I feel like helps me a lot. And just like we plan ahead. Like if something happens, like if it doesn't make sense to do it, doesn't mean we can't do it at all. But again, just like Kay was saying, like I like security. So like if that might like fuck us up in a little, like, you know, tomorrow or whatever, like we ain't gonna do that. We maybe gonna do it next month or whatever. We're gonna do it, but we're not gonna do it like immediately. And then that's I feel like it'd be the difference.
I can't play with this shit that's serious. Like I'm not gonna fuck up my roof. I'm not gonna fuck up my car. I'm not gonna fuck up my job. So when it comes to shit like this, I'm thinking steps down, not like the next step. Nigga, I gotta think a year ahead on all this shit. Like, where we gonna make me do it like this? Because this could happen, but then what's gonna happen after that? Everything else, okay, I can fly by the wayside, but not with this, that, and not my money. I can't be fucking around.
Yeah.
I need my money.
Yeah, it's serious, like, because, I mean, that's why I asked you that question, because, like, putting out, like, each episode, like, sometimes the, like our last episode, the volume, the levels, like the audio was kind of messed up. Okay. And like I'm real like protective of like the shit that we put out.
Quality.
Yeah, but we couldn't fix it, so I'm like, damn, we'll still put it out. But it hurt my heart to do that.
It was bothersome.
But at the same time, it's like for us to just be people that are not known, like we don't have a following on the internet, like. I'm really proud because like we're actually doing really good numbers. It's not numbers that are like
I love the dynamic.
Like anything that's astronomical, but like one of our episodes did like over 700 listens, and I don't
that's
even
a
know.
lot of people.
I don't know 50 people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know 50 people.
I listened to a couple. Maybe 1 or 2 of those episodes was me because I did listen just to like just to see, like, okay, like, cause I'm a cuss, so
but I was,
you know, like again, like I know Dillon. I don't know. I just met Kay today, so I'm just like, okay, I am a fucking sailor. So like, Jesus, like I don't want to go in this lady's house cussing, and she's like, this bitch came out here saying all kind of motherfuckers. Like,
but I was like, I was kind of ashamed of that because only because I was hearing like what other numbers like people, but these people are already established and everything, and I was like, but I was ashamed like to even show people like, oh, we've only got 300 listens on this episode.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Like, but I had to learn that.
Take
pride in that. Yeah, take pride in that, and like just keep building. Like keep every week, just keep going up. Like just keep
with
making
the
sure
2
you're going
Chainz
up.
method.
Yeah.
I need a follower a day. I need a listen a day. A subscriber a day. Hello.
And just taking it more serious and like putting more into it. And it is difficult, like, cause that's what I wanted to talk to you about too. Is like some of the sacrifices like you have to make in order to help your business flourish too, because you do have to sacrifice some of your personal and your professional too, like because you like you said you have another situation too where you make really good money,
right?
But you still have to kind of find a good balance in between doing those. Like how is that like for you?
So what I did 2 years ago is I got a different job at my place of employment, and I went from working 8 hours a day to 12 hours a day. So right there I went from working 5 days a week to working 2 or 3 days a week. So I had those other 4 days to fully do whatever I wanted to do. And that's what gave me the other time to like, you know, make sure I, you know, was still being responsible, don't have, you know, my benefits and all that other stuff. And then I had the other time to do what I wanted to do. And that's probably the biggest thing that helped me. Because I feel you, like getting off work at, like you driving from wherever, all the way over here. Like, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing that. I want to drink a beer. I want to have a shot, and I'm going to watch the game, and I'm going to sleep, and I'm waking up, and I'm going to go do the same shit again.
Tomorrow. On the real. Rinse and repeat. It's like the same thing. And you get in, like, and I found myself just getting into, like, I was saying I was lazy, but actually I was just too comfortable. Like, I was like, this is cool. This is okay. It's okay. I have the house. Like, no, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Because especially with the way the country is going, it's like maybe 3 months ago, I was about to buy a house, like 500 racks. A fucking shack, okay? Which is just sounds crazy.
And we're Los Angeles, okay, people?
Yeah.
Just know.
If I went to the, which is common. If I went to the A, like, I could have a damn mansion, okay? And then I wouldn't even need to spend all that. But it's like, that's just the way, and it's just me. So, like, you have to think about the way the economy is going. Like, that, like, even my own job, like, it's going to cap me at, I think, maybe, like, at 150 or something like that. I don't want to be making 150 when I'm 60. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with that? Like, that is crime. Seriously. And then, like, you know, middle class just doesn't exist anymore. And then, God, like, if I had kids, like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Man, my God.
And it's funny you say because we're actually about to start.
Hey,
yeah, I was gonna ask you guys that.
But not yet. I was having a mimosa, so not yet. I'm not a bad mother. I haven't gone yet.
It's in the plan. It's in the works. It's in the works.
Yay! Congratulations. I can't wait.
Exactly. Back to what you were saying. Damn it. That's what you were saying. That's true. Like I feel like we were coming home. That's when we lived. We had the apartment in the Marina. We would come home. And it was a constant thing of like, same thing. Come home, smoke.
I don't do that anymore, okay?
Yeah, me either.
Come home, smoke. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm a dreamer. I've always been that way. Always, like, I never wanted to cap myself in the box. Like, it's always knew that it was going to be something more. But I got tired of coming home, and I kept saying, there's got to be more. It's got to be more to life than this. And I would just kept saying it to him every day. And one day I was like, I'm sick of saying that shit. It's to the point where you sick and tired of being sick and tired, and it's something to do. And I kept pushing, like, you know what? We need a plan. Let's start writing down goals. Let's start, like, it's important to write these down. Let's write down 5 years from now. And we just got the ball rolling on shit like that. It was just, it's important, like, to me, to the point where you get fed up. That's the best thing for you, to be fed up. It's important for you to every day tell yourself, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to do that. People be like, oh, no, it's not. That's the best thing for you to do. Because a motherfucker who tired is a motherfucker who will start pushing. You need to be uncomfortable. And sometimes we're way too comfortable. And this shit is comfortable. But ain't nobody, listen, success happiness, that thirst, it does not breed in comfort. You have to get really uncomfortable. And if you are uncomfortable, that just means you're growing. And that's the best thing for you. So feel it. If you feel uncomfortable, good. You should be. Keep moving that way too. Yeah. Keep connecting with people. Like you need, people who say, oh, I don't know new friends and all that shit. If you sound stupid. Anywhere you go, if you go out and you don't meet nobody else with nobody, you have failed yourself for that night. To me. You should be talking to people and meet people every day.
Like y'all bartenders on vacation today.
Yeah. We went out last night, and because of Dillon, I learned to start talking to people like that. I got us an upgraded table. I'm about to hit her up on Instagram and thank her and make sure I stay in contact with her. She had this whole thing on. You should connect with people. You have to. It's important.
No, I don't have to have it.
Oh, okay. Okay. But no, it is. So this is what I was gonna ask you. When is the man line coming out? When is
Oh my God! Y'all will not let me rest.
when is I already got the name for it and everything.
What is it
when
called?
Is by Zena Tyler coming out? We're just gonna
somebody calls me Inez.
Let's do it. I'm telling you, I can be your manager. Okay, I can be your manager.
He ready.
You know what? So I have like a prototype, and I have something in the works.
That's too much. It's just a splash. You know,
dog. Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Look how orange.
This is the color your mouth is supposed to lick.
Okay.
It looks just like orange juice.
Well, my tolerance ain't the same. All right. But yeah, go ahead with you.
So men's, I just feel like you have to master one thing, and once I have that under control, and again, like I've technically only been in business for 3 months.
No, really. Yeah.
So like we can't just be like, okay, now I'm selling men. Like, girl, pick a lane first, and then before you add, like, master one thing, and then you can move on to the next. Maybe next year I'll probably introduce it. I've done some things, but I don't post it because I don't want nobody asking me to do it. So it's just like,
well,
I feel that too.
Yeah, because we have plans for other things. Sorry to cut you off, but we want to get this mastered first.
Exactly.
And then we'll start doing
I'm a chef by trade, and people are always like trying to hit me up about food still, and I'm like, nigga, let me clear with everybody, nigga. I am doing this shit right now. I am very serious about this. I'm pushing for this. If you support me with this. Stop asking me about food right now. Food is always my passion. I love it. But motherfucker, listen to this shit. Okay.
You want to support me? Go,
feed your goddamn soul. Feed your ear. Listen to this shit right now. And if you come over, I'll make a meal for you. I got you. But stop, nigga.
Like, you with the food too. She's like, y'all cook?
I do have a Greek salad.
Oh yeah, we do have a Greek salad.
Like salads.
We do have a Greek salad.
All right, well,
let's get into the real shit, okay? Where your hideaboo at? Now everybody, niggas keep a hideaboo like a motherfucking hide key. Niggas is hiding the rocks. Where is your hideaboo? Everybody got one. Yeah, don't be like, what a hideaboo. You know. Thank you.
He's so right.
I'm glad you said he's for the day.
Don't slide in her DMs. She don't need no DM.
No, you can still slide. It's on the slide. It's a hide, okay? That means he ain't made it official.
No, but that is crazy.
Or she ain't made it official. It's okay.
Women, y'all really keep a nigga on ice. Like, any given moment, y'all can go right in the freezer, crack that ice cube tray, and nigga.
You know what's funny is niggas say it like this. That's how men do it too. Niggas always say this with such astonishment, like, because they're surprised that we just do it better. For real.
Y'all probably do it better. Y'all definitely do it better. No, y'all definitely do it better. But it don't make y'all better. It just mean y'all do it better.
So that kind of is kind of
is that an oxymoron or what?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a fruit bottom play. That's a bit of one of the same, y'all.
No, but I think that's a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. It depends on where you want it, because a hideaboo simply could be somebody that you just are going through the motions with. Like, y'all might actually end up being together full time and taking it to the next level, but sometimes you got to go through the motions. Like, sometimes y'all not in the right space where I might be here in my career and you here in your career, and it's like it's not adding up right now, but we got this thing for each other that can outlast that, but it's just not the right time right now. But we still fucking.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just fun to keep that shit on the low. That shit just fun sometimes.
To keep it on the low.
But I've never been the type to to just be posting all my business
Yeah.
because I feel like, well, just you don't need to know who my man is because like if I still fight
because you know how the women.
Yeah, like these hands.
I have grown out of a lot of things, but
yeah, she's a fighter too.
But bitch, some things won't go away. Okay,
we can definitely go outside, and I just feel like when people know certain things, especially that because it's not a high situation. Like people that know. And people who don't know probably don't need to know. It's not a big deal.
If you don't know, it's not your business, and that means you don't know me that well.
Then that means you don't know me that well because it's not a secret at all whatsoever on either side.
So this that's a good question.
Y'all can catch these hands, and I don't have enough money for y'all to sue me, so I mean, y'all know I'm ready.
All I have to do is dump everything into my trust. So I'm the OJ situation.
That brought up a good question. It's like, all right, for a woman, because I see this a lot. Like, when can or because some people never go public with their relationship, but like for people that do, I notice like some women like when is the right time? Like
when we engage.
Probably, yeah, I think so. I think that would be.
I mean,
I think
then
you know it's serious. Like then you know, like.
But it's not about it not being serious because it can always be serious, and you can be boyfriend girlfriend. Yeah. But you know, sometimes it is personal, and sometimes it just don't work out. And then I also don't like people asking me unnecessary questions. Yeah. So how you and such a little bitch?
So do you get more questions from guys or from women?
About what?
Like about your dude. Like if you was to post like
guys.
Let's say you post like a picture of a guy you mess with or something, like would you get more questions from women or from men?
I've never really done it, so I don't even know.
Okay. I'm gonna say men. Men are so thirsty, y'all.
But let me post something where they think I'm on a date. Exactly. My boo.
But really before the podcast, I really didn't post Dillon like that just because I just keep my shit.
No, we wasn't even friends.
Yeah, no,
like from what happened in my last relationship, I thought I'm like, we not gonna be friends on social media. Like we friends in real life. Like all that social media shit is bullshit.
But I will go see it.
Yeah, she wasn't really even on social media anyway. So
I really only do it for the podcast for real. I'm fake. I'm fake.
Because I did go on your page.
I'm fake about it.
Okay.
She's been here for about a year.
Yeah, it'd be like that. And but then everybody, you don't have to post.
You can see me on the story most days. But not every day. Like right now, it's dry. But don't worry, I got some footage from last night. Oh, I'm about to expose you bitches from last night. Because y'all know y'all was turned up.
I didn't go. They was ladies night.
They was turned up. I was turned up. I was
What was the name of that shit?
I was Dance Fever.
It was like by USC, right, or something?
Yeah, it was at the Fields. I don't know what it was called. It was like...
There was a lot of people.
It was like Sean Swoop's birthday. I don't know who Sean Swoop is. I have no clue.
It was really like some older. It was more like a 40-year-old like type.
Oh yes, this nigga's lying. 40
and up, I mean
50s.
That's what I said. 40.
I seen somebody break onto the mirror. She listen. She had on like a Bill Cosby, but not a Coogee. But a Bill Cosby sweater, and she had on like a puffy brown vest over it with a Gucci. I'm not kidding. She had like this little short bottom with a Gucci hat on, and this bitch had on like bootcut jeans.
My!
Gucci shoes, like Gucci. I was like,
they wearing bootcut with Balenciaga.
That was her.
He flushed that nigga with that shit. I was like, wow.
That nigga just got in jail though.
That's fresh out. He's still in the wrong area.
Every nigga fresh out wearing bootcut jeans. Killing nigga tell you like them ain't cool. Yeah.
We just got you some little jeans.
Nikki did wrong, but she should have told him.
So since we were talking about relationships, just I want to ask you, like, do y'all believe that in a relationship, like there should be roles between men and women?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what do we like when you say So what role does the man and what role does the woman play?
Like, I believe in traditional roles. Like, I'm not no chef, but I like to cook. So like, I take joy in like, you hungry? Okay. But also people think that, like, cause I cook a lot on my Instagram too, and people think that like, if they come to the house and it's like, I just always got a spread. And it's like, dog, not today.
Oh,
like
she get it all the time. What the food
Even
if she on vacation, we go see somebody on vacation. They like, "Will you cook?"
Bruh. We went to go see my sister for like Thanksgiving. Oh no, she came out. When did she
No, we went to Vegas for Thanksgiving.
Oh, she had a tournament out there. My cousin's like,
oh, shout out Erica.
I'm like, damn, I and they wanted me to make an entire Thanksgiving whole meal by myself. Nigga,
That takes
black families, everybody do it, everybody got a dish. How the fuck you want me to say everybody's dish?
Right.
You niggas.
And not to mention that shit costs money. Y'all gonna put in on
No. That she was like, I'll buy all the stuff. No, bitch, buy my time.
Buy my time.
That shit.
I'm tired. That's a lot of work, and that's not something that you can just whip together.
Yeah.
We in Vegas. Catch me
That
at the craps
quick.
table with a couple of drinks in my hand, bitch. You're not doing that shit. Come on.
I'm at
Yeah.
You think you gonna have fun big gambling while I'm up sweating? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah, because I don't want to
Good
do
time.
it. No, I'm here to have a good time.
I do.
Shout out to AC though. She
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
hey,
They in the
you couldn't
tournament
play
right
today,
now.
baby, but you know
she
what?
can play.
You
But
know
it's
what?
International
she went
Women's
to
Day.
Louisville?
Yeah,
Yes, she does.
International Women's Day, so I felt I would represent.
Oh,
That's right.
But no, I do. Like, I agree with you. Like, I feel like more traditional roles, just because like that's what I was raised. Like a man to provide and take care of the household, and then women. Not to say that you need to cook and clean, because I'll help you clean. I ain't cooking shit.
I ain't the cleaner. I can tell you right now, luckily I attract niggas that like to clean.
Yeah,
but I am not the cleaner. I'm like, I will cook all this shit, but I ain't cleaning up a goddamn thing. Okay.
Not clean, but I only like to clean. You know, on Saturday morning.
He's like, oh, I got company coming. I'm putting everything in the closet.
Look,
I'm a
as
cleaner.
my granny would say, you're junky, not nasty.
You gotta be like my granny. That's like that should be.
Dog, if granny, y'all might have to add
Hey,
her
we
to
had
the
to
show.
get Andy on the
You
podcast.
And my grandpa, oh my
yeah,
god,
we
them
need to get
together, Jesus.
Right before y'all get married.
You know what I'm thinking about
They in Puerto Rico right
Oh, yeah,
now.
no.
I don't even know how I really probably from my mom. My mom clean. But my grandma, when I think about it, now I grew up in a 3-parent household, okay? My mom and my grandparents.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
My grandma, when I think about it, my grandmother was spoiled with my grandpa. That nigga had the money, he did everything. My grandma she didn't do much of nothing. And when I think about it, I was like, damn.
Shout out Granny.
You know, because my granny really the business.
Really winning.
She did, but well, I was like, I never really seen her clean like that. No, I'm not lying. Like when I see my grandma wash dishes, I'm like, I'm gonna have to wash after her. There's still lipstick smudge on here.
Right.
Like,
You know, bleach in the water.
She just put it in the water and took it out. I promise you, I'm like the only. Listen, this is the gist of her cleaning. She will go and like rearrange the furniture, and every weekend she will come and fluff up a goddamn pillow on the couch. But that's about it. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say about it.
If Granny see her hear this, no, Granny got jokes. If she see her, she gonna flame your ass up.
I'm just saying. My grandma really didn't. When I think about it, she really didn't clean up. My grandpa used to press me like, "You're not gonna mop." I'm like, "Where your wife at? Where's she at?" Man, come on.
I'm tired of it. Somebody need to take over.
This is crazy, but that's how it is. I feel like, when we have kids, my son is gonna know how to cook for sure, because you can't trust these bitches out here, daughter. These bitches don't cook no more.
Oh my god,
they don't cook no more.
They don't.
You gotta get for yourself.
They still putting period blood in spaghetti.
Oh my god, I didn't think that was ever a thing.
That's real. That's disgusting.
They tell you that shit as a kid in high school.
They
They say never eat a girl spaghetti. That's nigga rule number 1. Fellas, never eat a girl spaghetti. Tell your sons and all them little niggas never eat a girl spaghetti.
But this is about to fuck you
I
up
pushed
though.
up the little egg in yours before.
Hey,
Yeah.
fuck is that?
The ones that drop.
Oh my, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it. He made the joke first. Why am I wrong?
That just sounded.
You said it first.
Nah, that just sounded nasty.
You
The
said
ones that did have to be the ones that dropped. And a whole ass video.
That didn't even sound appetizing. No,
That
we
is
just
fucking
said-
funny. What was I gonna say?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
All right, so we all can
Okay,
agree
so this-
traditional. We all believe in.
I believe in
traditional.
traditional, but I also feel like a lot of men were raised with like their moms spoiling them, so they didn't have to do anything.
Girl.
So they think like like nigga,
They want you to be exactly.
Only thing I
I'm not
ask
saying
of her,
mine, but I'm just saying.
Only thing I do ask of her is just feed me.
That nigga asked me to cook, clean.
No. You
I
ask,
don't
I don't
I
have to
gotta
do
suck
that.
dick. I'm just kidding.
You gotta give
Oh,
that
that is sure now?
Oh my god. I'm just kidding. I gotta cook. I gotta clean.
No, I clean too. Don't do me.
No,
don't
first
do,
off,
don't do
I
me like
gotta take the cars to get washed. I gotta clean out the inside of the car. This nigga Dillon keeps the junkie.
I just don't listen.
Dillon's just junkie.
That's funny because most guys keep cars.
You know what it is though?
What's your
like
problem?
I'm really not feeling my car like that.
Oh, that's why you don't care about the car.
yeah, I don't.
Let you get a new
No,
one.
that's a fact.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gonna wax? He gonna be out running the motherfucker. 7 o'clock in the morning. Wax on, wax off. You are sick.
For sure.
So, all right. What about like financial role? Is that the man, woman? Is that a share of both?
I think it depends on the situation, but I feel like once I have kids and stuff like that, like that's on
you.
Like you need to figure that shit out because I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind. Like I'm a hustler, so I know how to find money. So you ain't got to worry about me being broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of like, like bitch might not have benefits no more. So like, daddy, what we gonna do?
Yeah, we gotta go to the doctor still.
We still gotta go to the doctor. Gotta make sure
You
the
better
cookie
find a
cook.
way.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think the bulk of it needs to and I don't believe in like making nobody go broke or anything like that. So don't think I'm just like trying to suck.
Run
like
them
your pockets dry.
You run them pockets up, nigga.
Yeah, I don't believe in that, but I do believe if you can afford it, then you need to pay like your way.
You better afford it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can afford it.
And then like if you gonna fuck, because I just feel like I like certain things. I have like, and that kind of stuff needs to be maintained. So it's gonna happen with or without you.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be here,
You need
then
to, But at the end of
the
the
bag
day,
need to be
For
right.
sure.
if you ain't got it, you need to go get it, nigga. Period. Point blank.
For
Go
sure.
get
Point
it.
blank.
It's like, at least you need to be putting in the effort and the resources to go get
Wait
it.
a minute. Now, it's been almost an hour. I'm not gonna let you do this. So okay, again, now let me tell you, we gotta get into the real good shit. Okay, MJ, R. Kelly, and motherfucking Bill Cosby. Okay.
Damn. Man.
Nigga, we gotta get into it. For it's been an hour. We ain't talking about no real shit.
Alright.
So we all seen the R. Kelly. You gonna kill me?
That nigga.
Okay, this nigga is really extreme.
That's a sick nigga.
What do you think about it? He real sick.
R. Kelly
He's
is
sick
sick.
in the mind for real.
And you know what's fucked up? Like I'm so conflicted because like I'm not conflicted, but I really, it's like his music. I grew up to that shit. R. Kelly.
Oh, he gonna tell me.
What?
No, listen.
12 play?
TP2.com.
Oh.
He shouted that out.
Ain't no song that great to where I'm willing, and that be the problem.
Yeah.
Because people think that just because like they're able to produce a certain whatever, or they have like a certain amount of clout, that it excuses you from certain behavior.
It doesn't.
You at no point will be fucking molesting no goddamn kids.
Yeah, no,
period.
that's it.
And that's the problem. Like people would like, and even these parents that like, I think the parents sold the kids to R. Kelly.
Everybody on the documentary need to go to jail.
Everybody on it, because all y'all knew what the fuck was going on. Because had it been me, I don't give a fuck if my kid want to sing. She could sing like Whitney Houston. Yeah. I'm not releasing my fucking kid to no R. Kelly that I know likes little girls.
To me, it's like that people think it's that it's true. People have allowed him to prosper because he has put out music and because he's a figure. And you know what? I don't like the argument that. I do like the argument that we're saying like only black males are being attacked. I do get that. Okay, aside from
Harvey Weinstein,
they white niggas nasty.
Okay,
they been nasty.
No,
but that's the thing.
But,
it's normal for them. Like they been nasty for
I just don't think that
ever.
No, I think excuses that it's happening in the black community and it's us putting us in jail. No, all your skin folk ain't your kin folk, and that nigga's not a us. For real. That nigga's not a us.
This is my thing. Like, all right, so I was thinking about. I was like, all right, these entertainers, they are there to entertain us. Like, we never
and fuck little girls themselves.
No. Not to say that that's cool, but what I'm saying is like, we've never really looked like. I think now with the social media era, we get a more look at who are.
Y'all had a whole video of this nigga pissing on your
Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm not talking about R. Kelly specifically.
What about Michael Jackson?
That's what I'm saying.
What about Michael Jackson?
Hold on, let me just finish what I'm saying. Then we
because he was molesting little boys too.
We gonna get it. Hold on.
See, niggas always want to give you a pass depending on how talented you are.
This is what I'm saying.
Like, he the king.
This what I'm trying to say is like, we never.
I apologize. I apologize to the victim.
This what I'm saying is like, we never really knew these entertainers outside of what they were entertaining us with. So whether it be music, acting, dancing, whatever it is, we never knew their personal lives. Like, we didn't know their politics. We didn't know they're Democrat, Republican. We didn't know if they, like, we didn't know their personal lives. So all we knew was what they were giving us. So what I was going to ask you guys, like, is it possible to just separate the art from the person? Because really the person, we never really fuck with the person because we never knew the person. We only fuck with the shit that they was giving us.
But also, let's not confuse that R. Kelly put it in the art.
Okay, what about Step in the Name of Love, though?
A lyric album. They ain't nothing but numbers.
No, that we throwing that out. But I think Step in the Name of Love.
That nigga was stepping in the name of young pussy. I don't want to hear it.
Alright, what about World's Greatest?
The world's greatest young pussy.
Nah, what about...
I wish I had more young pussy.
Nah, come on, don't do
I
that.
believe I can fly in young pussy.
I haven't listened to it, but...
And then the crazy part, he don't even own his master, so he ain't even getting paid off of none of that shit with his dumb ass.
He don't. But there is one song that I ain't
gonna lie. He didn't even read. He didn't know what was in the contract.
That's his bad.
That's
all that money and you ain't thought to try to, like...
First,
yeah, R. Kelly trash.
R. Kelly trash. Listen, if you can't read it
R.
right,
Kelly is trash. I'm not defending R. Kelly. I'm
is.
just saying he's trash. But there is one
you
song.
You are defending R. Kelly.
There is one. No, I'm not. He's trash. Like, that nigga is.
Okay, so stop saying the name.
But there is one song. Listen. I'm gonna tell you why. There is really one song that is hard for me to let go, and like I really don't want to cry about it, but. It's a don't fucking laugh.
He said I would have cried. He said I would have cried.
She's been doing this to me since I've met her. Nah, listen, y'all don't hear me. Listen, there is a song that I've lost a lot of friends. Like, and I might cry. I'm gonna try not to cry, but I've lost a lot of friends. And there's one R. Kelly song that I play that shit, and it just gets me through. And it's the I Wish remix.
Can you listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony?
No, but that song, that song just means so much to me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, that song really, like, got me through a lot of hard times. Like, and it's fucked up to say because it's R. Kelly and he's a piece of shit. But that one song, like, honestly, like, has got me through.
So do you think he needs to go to jail?
Oh, he's going to jail. He should have never went on the interview. He's going to jail. If he would have never did the interview, he might have got
he was still going.
No, he wasn't going.
I think he was still going because it's too many. It's too many.
I don't know how to hold time.
Like what?
That's why he can't pay his bill. He was biting on that goddamn home time.
Fuck R. Kelly, man. It's either you asshole for laughing at me.
I'm sorry.
Y'all said this is really serious when he tells on this song. And he said R. Kelly got to do a lot of shit.
That one song, not R. Kelly, that one song. No.
I feel like such a jerk.
We just gotta always remember that while he had all the grown women in the videos, all the young girls was behind the scenes. No, and they was in the videos too.
R. Kelly is sick.
That one girl met him at the video.
This nigga something, and on top of just being sick because he like young girls, this nigga just sick. Like, maybe it's just the life of an artist, but this girl, that one girl was like, yeah, I was in this video that day, and then he asked me to walk naked, and I did, and then he just started eating my pussy. I was like, this nigga R. Kelly's nasty.
Yeah.
He don't even know what's in your pussy. He don't know what's in your pussy.
All right, now let's get to Wacko Jacko, as I like to call him.
Who's the Wacko Jacko?
Michael Jackson.
Oh. I'm really like,
who
is that?
Listen, now this one hurts my heart because I really grew up fucking with MJ, but the nigga had an entourage of little boys. Now I don't want to keep persecuting black people, but I want to be honest. But I gotta be honest.
But hold on, but let's be fair though, because all these rappers keep niggas around them. Is they fucking all these niggas?
Bro,
these are a lot of gay niggas.
These are little kids.
We talking about little kids.
What the fuck are you doing with little kids?
I ain't got nothing to defend.
And not,
yeah.
Let me
I was thinking of something, but I can't come up with
gay too.
Let me say, in the terms, and I don't support like that documentary that came out because I feel like that's just Now you are a victim, but motherfucker, if you just doing this, just trying to get.
Now I don't believe them two niggas though.
No,
I don't believe them two niggas. I don't believe.
I don't listen. I don't.
The other ones that went to court for him, maybe.
I don't. You know,
them two niggas is lying.
I don't believe.
For sure.
I don't believe nothing that I hear. You gotta show
the two
me.
niggas on the documentary.
Yeah.
Did you watch the documentary
Which
about Michael
one?
Jackson?
Oh no, I didn't watch.
No,
that.
first off,
Well, it's two dudes that they never went to court on Michael Jackson. Like, so all the trials that Michael Jackson went to trial for, like for child shit, it wasn't the two niggas who on the documentary that's accusing Michael Jackson.
They actually defended him.
They actually defended him in the cases.
And this is my thing.
That he had the child that the other kids said that he raped him.
These are my two pieces that makes me think he did it. First off, D.L. Hughley said it, and it really resonates. Okay, why is your star witness a child? Why is a little boy your star witness? Can you please testify that I didn't touch you? Like what?
Because that's what you need.
No.
All right, let's be fair.
No. Why you can't have adults around? You have to tell a child, nigga, who puts that on a kid? No, as a grown ass man, why would I put that burden on a child? Get the fuck out! No,
because at the end of the day,
you know why?
That's where
that's my boyfriend.
No,
that's my boyfriend. Like
in a court of law, if I shoot a gun and the police say it was my gun that I shot, who are they gonna call? A ballistics expert. Like they're gonna call somebody who can vouch that is a gun. So if I'm on trial for little kids, if I'm around little kids, a little
maybe
kid
his parent.
Yeah, well the parents. Yeah, the parents testified too. I believe
it was a lot of other little kids
testify too.
But why would a child be your star witness? That doesn't make any sense to me. And second, let me tell you,
that does sound
crazy. That sounds crazy.
I didn't do that. Ask my 6-year-old her cousin. What?
Come ask my little one. That's my 7-year-old best friend. No, listen, I don't want to know.
I don't know. This one is hard. Though,
it is hard, but no, it's not funny, but it's a little funny. Wait, before I get to my second piece, I just want to add this little tidbit. That nigga was faxing back and forth with the parents, right? And the nigga, he invited this shit. That nigga was like, I feel so alone without my little one. I was like, he called the little boy little one. That nigga had a song. He's like, he created a song for me. And it went like, oh, how I love my little one. No, like, this is too much. This nigga
it was a real shit. That shit, like, I had to turn that shit off there real quick.
This nigga was having, and this is a lonely life. He was having phone 3-hour conversations with kids and their parents. Nigga, why am I with a kid for 3 hours? Nigga, this my son,
I can't stay on the phone with my niece for 15 minutes.
I'm done.
But that's because them parents was selling them kids.
Wait, but also,
y'all seen Abducted in Plain Sight?
No, wait, but also,
y'all seen Abducted in Plain Sight?
Yeah, that's crazy.
White people always sell their kids.
So my second point is, this really made a lot of sense to me. I love when people just give me gems. So when my brother had his son, it really just gave him a new perspective because Michael Jackson, like his all-time idol. And it was like, man, I don't know no more for real. And my nephew is 5 now. He's like, because when I think about it, he said, I got a son now. And as a man with a child, or as a man even without a child, why the fuck would I be in the bed with somebody else's kids?
Yeah.
Why would I be in the bed with somebody else?
That's nuts.
No, for real.
And why, as a parent, would you let your kids sleep in a man bed? I don't give a fuck if it's Michael Jackson. It could be the Pope.
I wouldn't sleep in the bed with my nephews.
Yeah, that's why I like.
You know what? And let's also give it these parents though, for real. Remember the lady who was like, I thought it was okay because, you know, my daughter was there too. That would have really sickened me. I would have been afraid. I would have been afraid for my daughter to be in the bed with a grown ass man. That's how you know they bitch, you dead wrong.
All right, this is what I was gonna say. I think Michael Jackson is just he was fucked up, and not just making any excuses for him, but what I mean, you got siblings. Like, how many siblings do you have?
There's 4 of us.
4 of us. So you have
2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. You?
I'm one of 8.
Oh damn.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So you one of 8. And I'm one of 5, of 5, but it could be 8 too, because I have some stepsisters, 3 stepsisters.
Okay.
So 1 of 8. Michael Jackson is what, like 1 of 8 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it might be 1 of 16.
Like, think about, and now this is now.
They come from a sick household.
I'm just talking shit, right? This is jokes.
And I
think about being. Sorry to cut you off, but think about how hard it is being like the ugly sibling.
Michael Jackson was the ugly
They
sibling.
was all ugly.
That nigga went and changed everything about himself, so he definitely felt like he was an ugly sibling.
Nigga.
Cause we all like.
I think they all thought, but I think that was Joe's fault.
Yeah.
I think like all of that kind of stuff comes like from within. Like even with him like hating his color and stuff like that. I didn't know I was dark skinned until I got to high school.
No,
Because like yeah, and it was just like what?
No,
Because we didn't talk about that in my house. Because like everybody was
Yeah,
chocolate,
yeah,
and then I
yeah,
also
yeah.
have light skinned cousins.
Yeah.
Like and then like even when they show up, I remember my sister ex boyfriend was like, so who they related to? And I'm like, nigga, us.
Are you sure?
Color doesn't even matter. I still think I'm
You sure
dark
they
skinned.
are?
I still haven't found
Oh,
out.
whoa.
I don't even know what to tell you. I only know when people try to address it with me. Okay.
Alright, so-
But I agree with you, Zena, because nigga, how all your kids got plastic surgery? How they all
We all
fix
gotta
they
look
face?
alike now. We gotta keep
how
that
they-
same energy.
And don't be calling Michael Jackson the ugly one. No shock to Janet Jackson, bitch. I remember Lil Penny.
Hey.
Before she
Well,
got
alright,
married.
well, this all I'm asking y'all then.
Shut
Oh,
She gotta
God.
go. So she the star of the show.
This
Got
is
it.
this all I'm asking y'all then. Well, how hard is it being the best looking sibling of your family? That's a lot of pressure, right?
No,
Do you feel like you're the best looking sibling?
I
of your
think
family?
all of my siblings are cute.
So you don't never. So nobody ever be like.
None of my. I could pull up all of my siblings.
No, not saying that they ugly or anything, but nobody feel like I'm the one of the family.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think so.
I know I'm that one, but my sister's mom is fucked too. Both my sisters are bomb. Well, yeah. My brother,
But, yeah.
handsome.
We gonna get to something else before we get up out of here. So speaking about like your business and stuff, like you got your clothing line, you got other stuff you're gonna do, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got this podcast and we got other stuff we're gonna do. Like we all know, pretty soon we're gonna be very successful. We're gonna be making some money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that once you become successful, that you owe like your family or friends?
Family, yes, but
All of
I
them?
don't
Like when you say family,
No.
like
No.
name who you
like
talking
my
about.
shit tight. I believe in helping those who help themselves. So mama, granny, grandpa, my siblings, they all straight. Cousins, I don't really know what to tell you.
We go to the club, hang out.
Yeah, friends, it kind of
At the
depends.
bottom.
Like, it might be more of an investment than it is anything else. But then, luckily, I feel like with everybody that's around me, my family's straight. So, like, whether I make it or not, they're going to be fine. My friends, whether I make it or not, they're going to be, like, because I, like...
Yeah, you're around a lot of people that's moving and shaking.
Yeah, and then
they're prospering, so it's like you don't feel that pressure.
I don't think, and then I got a homegirl that won the lottery when we were like 16.
Damn, where's she at? What's her
She probably in Dubai somewhere. I ain't no telling where that
Damn, I
is.
know her.
No, actually, where is she? She in Iceland right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, but like,
You
did I
want
feel? Possibly, yes.
Yeah. Shout out to you,
but-
hey, man. Shout out to you.
But then I think she
owed
owed
me.
me-
How the fuck you win the lottery at 16?
Because
Her
if I say
family
it, no, she did.
Oh.
But I didn't think she owed me anything.
Yeah.
And then it is what it is. I mean, because she did what she was supposed to do, and that's it.
So like, all right. So so let's say you get X amount of dollars. Like for your family, is it certain things like your mom want to like? Let's say you like, all right, mom, I know you want to do house. Here you go, boom.
My mama a boss, so she don't need shit for me.
No, not saying that she need
Yeah.
anything, but I'm showing you. But it's like, do you already like is it like things that you already know you're gonna do? Like, all right, when I hit this, I'm gonna be like, all right, here you go, mom. She'll go 100 or whatever it is. Like, is it?
I'm
already...
for sure gonna give her something, but does she like? Am I gonna go buy her a new house? No, because she likes her house.
Okay.
So if anything, it would be like for her to finish
yeah.
remodeling whatever she doing, and that's it. Same thing with my granny. Like my granny, she's fine. Like she retired at 50, and I like even looking at them, I feel like I can't be anything less than what they were. So like for me to come up short, like I really got to get the bag because it's like
a lot of pressure on
I
you.
didn't. Yeah, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot of pressure on me because like I didn't want for shit. So like when I do, like, mama, here go $500, and
whatever you need,
not even $500. Like, 'cause she like, bitch, what is this?
I'm gonna do with
get my car service.
Literally. Oil change. Zena. And you know better.
You know better.
But no, but whenever it does happen, and I like that's even in like my plan. Like I just like if I could retire her right now, I would, because she still works, obviously, because she's not that old. But yeah, like everybody getting a check. I don't care.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. It's like the thing about what I want to do too is like, because there's certain people that I feel like you don't want to just give money to.
Yeah.
Like I want to empower people. Like I don't want to just, I don't want to enable people, because some people like, you already know like their mindset where they are right now.
Right.
If you just give them some money, all you're going to do is enable them.
Right.
They're going to be right back to you.
Ask
but
them
I want to
for
be able
money.
to empower people. Like I want to start businesses and be like, all right, here you go. Manage this. You know what I'm saying? Put you in a position where now you making money. I don't have to give you the money. You making, you earning it too. And I'm empowering you. You learning something new too. So it's like, I want to help anybody that I can.
Yeah,
that
of course.
I come across, whether it be family or friends, and even people that I don't know. Like, not saying I'm gonna just give people I don't know money, but like whenever I come across people and I have knowledge or information, I'm always willing to share it. Like, like with this podcast stuff, like there's a provider where you upload to their server, they send your podcast everywhere. Like they do it yourself. I didn't pay for it, but anybody I come across that do a podcast
that's some information.
Hey, boom, here you go. Like I'm not.
So what is that? Because my sister got one.
Oh, it's called Anchor.
So we're gonna talk about it later, because I'm not gonna remember.
I'll send it to you.
I think is a very strong word.
Yeah.
I prefer empower. Yeah, is strong. For me to say that I owe something.
It's like I borrowed something.
I'm like,
It's just a letter. It's a goddamn letter. No.
Okay, sorry, I'm slow.
To say that
Wait.
No, I just said to say that I owe somebody.
You don't owe nobody shit.
That's really strong. I do feel like I owe my mom. I owe my grandma. If my grandpa was still alive, I owe him everything, because he just set up the foundation for everything for us. I owe my sister for sure. Like my sister around her, like anything I got, she got. I promise you, that's just how it is. I owe my husband. But
I said, you don't owe me nothing.
Well, I'm not giving pussy no more. But aside from that, but I do feel like I also owe my community. I owe my people, just to show you, I owe you to show you how to do it too. Essentially, that's what I feel. But it's so strong. I don't want to say that I owe you, but I have a certain what's the word I'm looking for? I have a certain
obligation.
I feel like an obligation to that. Like, those who are blessed are obligated to bless others. Period. That's how that's how blessings cycle. It's a cycle, first off. I just feel like if you have it, you are obligated to give to others. That is how it works. That's just how it's supposed to be. So, I ain't nothing wrong with that. You should do that. You should do what's right by people. You should do what's right by people. Especially those that really, I owe a debt of who said that? I think it was Charlamagne. I owe a debt of gratitude to people. And I can count on my hand.
Word. I hate that. I don't like that word at all.
I owe you.
Don't owe anybody.
Yeah, it's like, because you open the door. Do I owe you something for me now?
You should say thank you.
I owe you. Yeah, I owe you and thank you. That's it.
Yeah.
But.
No, that's I agree. I think you just need to help your peoples, people that was there for you, and people that wasn't. Help them. If you can't help them, help them. You know what I mean? But don't enable them where you're not really helping them. All you're doing is pacifying them, and they're gonna be right back to you, like anything. But before we get out of here, I want to
let niggas figure it out.
Yeah, niggas need to figure it out.
I really gotta figure it out.
The money I can give you is not gonna help you. The knowledge that I can give you is gonna help you vastly greater than any monetary thing.
The generation under us, really, there's technology is so great that it's made people lazy. But it's to me, with everything that's at your fingertips and how much easier it is for you, you have no reason to not have a stronger hustle than me. For real,
no reason.
You lazy as fuck. And I'm sick of all these lazy kids, millennials,
whatever,
with these lazy ass
These
hustles.
new parents, shout out to y'all, but a lot of y'all do too much for y'all kids. Like, y'all kids ain't never gonna do nothing because y'all do everything for them. That's all fun and changes. But before we get out of here, I do want to talk about one last thing. Or, because everybody say I'm crazy, but are you willing to pay for something that you don't want or like?
Oh, hell no.
Like, let me give you an example. So, we were in Louisville visiting her sister, and they have like this fake Benihanas. So we went, and I'm thinking like, okay, it's gonna be cool. But when the dude was making the food, I already knew I wasn't gonna like it.
He was overcooking all the seafood.
But I didn't want to. I didn't want to guarantee him, so I let him finish.
He kept it on the grill for like 15 years. I'm like, that shit is. I'm looking at it like
that shit is rubber.
I'm like,
so he played everybody. I'm like, I'll taste a little piece. I'm like, I'm cool on this.
They didn't have no garlic.
They all of them, they eating.
No,
they wasn't really eating.
I felt bad. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna.
So I called the waitress. I called the waitress like, hey, I don't like this. She's like, okay, I can put it in a box. I don't want it. I don't like it. Like
you weren't listening?
Like, well, let me tell my manager. So the manager come over like, sir, we can't give you.
He said the best.
The best that we can do.
I called the owner. The best that we can do
is box it up.
He said I can put it in a box for you. This nigga said,
I
didn't like it. He want to fuck up
what I'm gonna do with it? So the dude like, well, it's not. I said, well, get your manager on the phone because I'm not paying for something that I don't like.
And it's because of your attitude. Like, I'm more not about to pay for it.
He came back 5 minutes later, took it off. And my sister, she thought she was like, you know what? Because his attitude, I was gonna take this shit home. Now I'm gonna leave it here. Like that was like that.
Like then, look, I'm telling them like y'all pay for that shit. Like nobody like their food. I'm like, but they like she would never say nothing, but now she will.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I've always been
like, I really got that from Dillon. I learned.
I'm not eating after that. She like that spitting.
Oh
yeah. No, seriously, but
we gotta pull up the Jack and the Crack.
Yeah, like I'm cool. I don't want nothing else.
Don't worry about it. I think it was it like I think it's the You're a Badass book. But she was saying that I think I told the story before, but she was saying that she was like mattress shopping, and the guy, her salesman, was like, "Oh, just hop on a mattress to see if you like it." She said, so I hopped on it. She said, and all the other salesmen I look, they with their people, they just watching them, they talking to them while they on it. She said, this guy made me so uncomfortable because he got on it with me. She said, and I felt uncomfortable, and I wanted to ask him to get up, but I didn't because I didn't want to make him feel weird or awkward about it. And she was like, I thought about it. I sacrificed my comfort for the sake of someone else's comfort.
Right.
That makes no sense. And to me, that was like, why are you doing shit like that? Like, why do we do that as a people? And I thought about it, like, when he was saying it, it finally resonated because it was like, if I go to a store, if I don't like a shirt, I'm not gonna buy that motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
Why am I buying shit that people are like, you can't send food back? Why would I buy something that I don't like? I don't like it. This is my money. I work for it. It's not like it just came to me. I worked for it.
I agree.
Why am I buying something that I don't like? Just because I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or because I don't want to look. No,
but you also need to let people know and grow. And then that's the other thing, because like, I'm glad you brought that up. So, like, for me, I have a big mouth. We know. Yeah. So I don't mind saying how I feel about something, whatever, and then I try to say it in the most gentle way as possible because sometimes my delivery be trash. It just be like, girl, like, like Jesus. And I really don't be meaning no harm, but it's like I don't want to lie to you either. So, like, if something isn't right, I feel like you do have the obligation to say, like, this wasn't right because of these reasons and be specific about why you don't like it. Because just to say, oh, it's nasty, and it's like, no. Was it too salty? Was it overcooked? Like, what was the problem? You know, like, let's...
Dip that was like that. I was like, it was water. It tastes like
water. I was like, like, you could just told me that, like, I don't like
Spinach has
a lot of water. I was descriptive. I was like, no, it tastes like water.
Yeah, but they need to know that because you can't grow. Because if everybody, if you're going to, because just like some of these like Instagram chefs, and it's like I be eating, I'm like, because I know how to cook. My granny taught me how to cook. She from Mississippi. Like she throw din down, okay. And when I don't like something, like I'm not gonna go and post it about it, whatever. But obviously everybody got a different taste level, but. You motherfuckers can't cook. Is the end of it. But then you don't want to sound like a hater, you know, all these other things. So you don't say anything. Say something. Yeah. But don't be disrespectful. Like, oh, this shit was trash. Like, nigga, wait. Okay.
Yeah, what about
why was it trash? Was it too salty? Like, what was the issue?
So somebody
Let me
can,
just tell you
fix it,
guys,
like you said.
as somebody who comes from the kitchen, they don't give a fuck about that shit, and they don't want to hear that shit. You know who cares? If you at a great restaurant, only the head chef and all the people in charge. If not me, but I'm just saying because
I'm doing the recipe.
because I'm very serious about my food, so I'm tasting everything that's going on. But I've worked with a bunch of people in the kitchen, and when people saying shit back, people really get mad. Like, that shit is just fine. Like, so that's why I was telling him, like, why are you saying it's watery? Because when they take that shit back, they're only gonna get mad in the kitchen. They're not gonna pass it to the right person that you said it was too salty. Anybody in the kitchen's gonna say that shit was you. It wasn't me. That shit was, they crazy. That's why I just said, like, you don't even have to give a description. If they ask why you didn't like it, I thought it was gonna be something different. I didn't realize it was gonna have that tart taste. Yeah. Because people are sensitive. What did everybody say? I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
That's what I said. Gently.
And most people don't even put their heart into their shit in the kitchen, but they still don't. Like, people just hate to hear criticism for real, for real. And they motherfuckers don't even listen. That's why I'm like, just send that shit back. But I do agree on some of that. I do.
Yeah, I ain't paying for shit that I don't want to like.
No,
sorry.
Seriously.
It depends on how bad it was.
I am cheap, but
it depends on how bad it was.
To me, the trick is what you do though. If I order something and I know that I don't like what's here, the trick is you order something else first. Let that come out, and then be like, you know what? We're gonna send this one back because that wasn't good. True. Wait till you get your new food first. Because trust me, they're gonna drop your new shit. Yeah. Before they send it out to you. No, you gotta order the new food and then send that one back. That's the trick.
Y'all got anything else? I do have one more thing to talk about. Well, it's not really talk about, but I'm slow. Are y'all good with emojis? Like, in understanding like what they mean?
I do. I think so.
So I just found this out.
All that.
I just found this out. Did y'all know that the handicap emoji stand for Crip?
No. Yes, but I do see Crips posted.
I didn't know that.
I figured it out after the fact.
Yeah.
But it was because of Crips were posting it.
And it's like, I'm like, why do they keep putting the fucking wheelchair emoji? Like, what does that fucking mean? But it means cripple. Yeah, cripple. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
That shit was funny to me. So I guess now the Bloods got the B and the Crips got the But that shit was funny to me.
I have no clue. My cousin.
I thought I was so slow.
At the end of the combo, he was like, I bop, like BOP. In capital letters, and I was like, what does that mean? I was like, I'm old. I don't know what that means. He was like, that's just Blueface. It don't mean nothing. I was like,
what?
Okay,
so what you saying it for?
Yeah, I think we're getting out of here. That nigga didn't even tell you what the fuck it meant. That nigga said like Blueface.
He said that the rapper Blue, that's Blueface. It just like mean it don't mean nothing. I was like,
this meant like okay or something.
Yeah, he's like I
thought a bop was I thought a bop was like a kind of like a term for like a chick.
We're old.
But you know how like people from like Texas would say like already.
Yeah.
It just mean like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
We're not even old. We're just not that generation. Like, I don't know what the
I don't need to be.
What y'all be saying? I don't know.
All these prefixes, like the emojis, I'm kind of getting, but I really didn't know that one. That was funny.
Nigga laughed at me. I was like, what does that mean? I was like, I don't understand. That nigga sent me to laughing.
Nah, he called you a bop.
One last thing I really want to hit up before you go. This is a really important topic, especially to us because we women.
Hello.
So I want to talk about maybe not so unfair, but unequal beauty standards for women. Like, we have to do so much, or the perception is that we have to do so much in order to be considered beautiful.
Right.
Like, to me, like, nigga, if I look online at all the girls, I'm like, well, if I didn't have confidence, I would just think I wasn't shit.
Well, so I feel you because you definitely need confidence, but I think society has taught us that we need lashes, we need eyebrows, we need all these different things. But the cool little factor about all of that is that men don't even really like it. They hate makeup. Like, my dude hates makeup. He be like, okay, so you put on concealer to go to the restaurant downstairs? I sure the fuck did. Because they know me down there and they gonna be looking at me crazy. Like, girl, you homeless?
I got a reputation there,
I already live downtown LA. So it's like a thin line between a resident and a homeless woman. So like, you live here, you got evicted, or what happens, Zena? So I feel like women just gotta stop being insecure. Regardless.
Yeah, no, seriously. And just let the skin that you in. I work with like pretty much all Hispanic women, and this girl was so like, she was like, you just never come to work with makeup. I was like, because I just never think it's that serious. She was like,
Because she don't have it and she got freckles and
she
she
like,
cute.
She like, you just.
I don't need it.
Yeah, you never, what do you put on? I was like, and literally because I'm not good at makeup.
My eyebrows, like, now I'm looking at it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was telling her, she was like, well, what about foundation? I was telling her, I was like, I've worn foundation twice in my life. To prom and the day I got married. I said, it's not that I wouldn't want to. It's that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Honestly, somebody teach me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Because she look like a ghost if she do.
There's a lot of ghosts at prom. A lot of girls turn into ghosts. I'm like, damn, what happened?
What happened?
But it's crazy because you feel like, seriously, you almost feel like you need something to go out of the. I know this lady, she will wear, nigga, her eyelashes are fucking hanging off. But she don't care because she feel like she needs them. She need we
and she
feel like we need something. And I was just saying, like, also as a black woman too, with all the shit that's going on, white women are now making me feel like I'm not even black enough. They got more lips than me, more ass than me, more hips than me. Yeah, braided wigs. Come on now.
Beverly Hills Housewives.
No, for real. No, it's crazy. Like, a lady came into my job when I realized, but I think about it, she just complimented me on, no, what she said was, I had braids in at the time, and she was like, oh my God, you remind me of one of the women from the Black Panther movie. And I was just thinking, like, so my
Who is Wonder Woman in the Black Panther movie?
So my blackness reminds you of the black women? That doesn't make any sense.
I think that was actually a compliment, though.
They mentioned it as a compliment, but that was actually
yeah. Or like they said, this is really gonna relate. So on Friday, this nigga came in because I wear my hair like out in like a natural coif, right? And the nigga was like, white dude came in, and I was just thinking, like, why would that be appropriate to say to a woman on International Women's Day? So it wasn't Friday, it was that day. And then I think it was Wednesday, and and I was just thinking, like, you don't know where you're crossing the black-white line. The nigga looked at me and he was like, oh my God, he said, you're lucky that your hair is already like that. Because it's like a big curl. And I'm like, what does that mean? I said, what does that mean? He said, oh, because it's so windy outside.
What?
I was like,
he didn't know what the fuck to say after that.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that my hair already looks like I was just caught in the wind? What the fuck does that mean?
What?
Bruh, and I was just thinking, like, first off, it could have really hurt my feelings. But why would that be okay? Like, why do you talk to black women in a certain way? Like, first of all, I feel like beauty standards are already unfair. And especially for black women, we're made to feel like we don't belong when everybody wants to take our features, but we're not good enough at the same time.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
crazy. They try. It's like reverse psychology. Like,
yeah, and that's why they run around with ant body. Okay, big ass booty with little ass legs because you want a big butt, but you still want to be skinny. Mm-hmm. Like, these thighs is thick. Okay,
and they want to say
it ain't no gap.
They talk about our dark skin, but then go and get a tan. Bitch, if you don't stop it.
Oh, well, I think y'all women's, but I do want to interject a little bit.
Tell me.
And what I want to say is, like, I really do feel for women. Like, I know I be talking a lot of shit. I be joking. Like, on International Women's Day, I said some shit. Whatever. People was getting at me because it was just joking.
No,
like, it was low hanging fruit.
Mine was to play bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks as an intro video. And
he did.
No, but it's just funny, like, because I can't help it. Like, it's just something to, like.
And I wish
when
Zena
I
would
see
say
a joke,
what she said again. He's talking about, they just make up any day. She said, well, if it was a national dick sucking day, you would have a problem.
Exactly.
Line up.
Men are so selfish.
But no, like, I don't know, for me, it's like, I can't help it. When I see a joke that's just, like, sitting there, like, I have to say it. Like,
why is Women's Day a joke?
I don't even April Fool's.
Because everything,
that's okay.
But everything is a day. It's like, what is today? Is it National Mimosa Day? Yeah,
I'm drinking them.
Yeah, well, it's National Mimosa Day. But that's what I'm saying. Like, everything is a day. So, like, for me, that's why, like, I didn't, like, that's why I didn't take it as serious. But, like, in all honesty,
but it's not about it not. Same thing. First and foremost, black people ourselves, we don't take ourselves serious enough. True. So when it's International Women's Day, whatever the day is, but as soon as it comes time for you to suck a dick and like have a steak, like now you all serious. You want a ribeye with wasabi butter and shit like that. No.
But
But like, let it have something to do with something outside of you guys, which is just something that I think just men can't necessarily control, whatever. Yeah. And then that's why you gotta debo them sometimes too.
Yeah.
But I feel like literally you guys don't care about any type of issue until it has something directly to deal with you.
No, that's true.
Without us, you can't do any of that.
No, that's true.
Samantha, door.
Yeah. Come in, moms. Come in. Come.
Hey, Mom.
She's like, y'all still going?
Right. I was leaving, I swear.
No, we forgot.
I literally was about to leave.
We literally forgot about this.
I done came home, forgot what I need to do, and went back. And came back again.
Oh, yeah? We almost
That
done.
was so excited you back. She's like, love to me again.
Let me see. You remember? All right, were you done with that thought, or are you still going?
I think so.
Oh, okay. But no, like I didn't
National Eating Pussy Day.
No, but
Time
like.
to get to work.
Jesus Christ.
City girl. And that's why I like the city girls, y'all.
Jesus Christ.
Literally.
But no,
Period.
I didn't mean.
With the T at the
T on
end.
the end.
Like, I didn't mean any disrespect, but I know it was disrespectful, like, with this shit I said. But it was just fun. Like, it was just so, like, people that know me know I was just joking. But in all seriousness, like, I do feel for women because I see now with, like, just the added pressure of social media, it's like, you can't even damn near wear the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like.
But the crazy part about it is, and just me being in like fashion, it could be a white girl on a runway, skinny as I don't know what, wearing whatever. Let Rihanna come down and out, and it's like we got a size 0 versus like a size 4 because Rihanna ain't that big. It looks so much better on Rihanna coming down and out than it does this fucking pale ass white bitch. Like, why is that even an option?
Yeah. And
they know that we are the superior, but they continue to make movies that remind The Help and fucking. Yeah. And I didn't even like Black Panther like that because it was like a white man that came and saved us. Nigga, we don't need you.
For sure. We can save you. We can save you. So you can save us.
I could save you before you could save us. But it's just like. They always, I feel like it's a psychological thing where they constantly have to remind us that, like, you know, we are the inferior. And that's not really the case. And anytime we win any type of Oscar, Academy Award, whatever, it's always for some superior ass role. Like, why can't I just win because, like, Bad Boys win? Because that was a good movie and it's 2 black dudes. Because that was a good movie, by the way.
We glorify
taking everything home and... For people who don't even know, like, I know because I grew up in a house that was very much so, like, empower black people, that the Green Book is actually, like, it's a real thing. It was named after a guy whose last name is Green.
Oh, Al Green?
No. It's not funny.
It's a real, I saw that movie too.
Yeah, he's on.
Because
I've been drinking, I can't think of his first name, but anyways, Green Book, I haven't even seen the movie, but I actually know this because I know my black history for real. The Green Book is actually, it's like an atlas. It was an atlas for black people, mostly in the South. When you were going around, it told you like where you can go, what roads you can take, where you can stay, where you can eat. That's real shit. And to me, it's like the Green Book won because it was another road that was reminding us of your black ass is in this place.
Your black ass
you crossing borders.
Exactly.
But believe we're always still here.
Because by day he was playing for the elite white Southern America, whatever you want to call it. And by night he was sleeping in some shitty ass motel when he's not even used to any. He got a driver. A black man with a driver.
Man, come on now.
In the South. That's unheard of. Unheard of. Who never had fried chicken. What? Who's also European and speaks multiple languages. But, like, we don't see all of that.
Yeah.
At the end of it, and then for whatever reason, they want to choose him to be gay. They, like, also insinuated, they insinuated, because I went to a private screening for it, they insinuated that he was gay.
They always do.
So was he in real life?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, they always want to do black people like that. But especially black men. But I do, like, I honestly, like, I really do feel for women because, like, I see, like, the shit that y'all go through.
Y'all don't have
it's
like,
standard.
You can worry about bras. I ain't never seen a nigga have to worry about a panty. Like, he ain't never had, a nigga ain't never put on a pair of pants and been like, oh, my panties showing? Right. God damn it.
No, hold on. Niggas is doing that shit now. Y'all didn't turn niggas into women, so. Now niggas,
Listen,
listen.
I told y'all always been.
Well,
like
because
that.
y'all wear boxer briefs now versus
No.
boxers, or what does that mean?
listen.
Niggas is just
Y'all wearing thongs.
Y'all
Niggas
wear
is out
briefs.
here got unfair beauty standards too.
Listen,
Why?
I keep telling you.
Niggas
Y'all
is
wearing
out
makeup?
here. Yes, they is. They wearing Beijing. They wearing makeup. They wearing weave. They
I
wearing
mean,
wigs.
the fact that they hair falling out ain't my
I
problem.
keep
They
saying
niggas is getting
this
plastic
is
surgery.
not new. This is
Niggas is
not
getting
new.
everything.
Just wanna make
As
sure
a
that that's
kid,
short.
yeah, exactly.
It's
As a kid,
all me. It's all me.
as a real child,
This ain't no peace.
Kill it off. In my formative years in elementary school, I remember going to my grandmother's house, my gunka, my dad's mom. I was very close to her. She used to sew in her husband's weave, his Jerry curl weave. As a kid, I used to sit there and watch her sew. This is not new shit.
It's
y'all
not
been
new, but
doing
now
this.
it's at an
No,
all-time high.
y'all
Yes, it
listen.
is.
I grew up seeing this shit. Y'all been doing.
Y'all got niggas out here wearing
My grandpa
makeup.
don't have a toupee.
No.
They
This
niggas doing it.
is not my 3-parent household.
Oh.
This was not that. This is the other side.
It's your father's mother.
This is my ghetto side, okay?
Gotcha.
And then he was sewing in that Jerry curl.
But now niggas is going, well, not to say that to that extent, but now I see like niggas is like, niggas getting fake beards and shit because like people are seeing whatever they see on the internet in the prototype of what the typical black man looks like and the typical black women, like motherfuckers is trying to achieve that whether you're a woman or a man. People is like, I gotta look like
this
that.
goes
How can I
back
get
to
this?
National Pussy Eating Day. You niggas, if you did it right,
Y'all doing that for other
to buy a
men.
beard.
True.
You would just
Because
go
women
in.
don't care.
But women is doing it for women too. Like y'all be really doing that shit for women. Like y'all not really doing that shit for
No,
men.
we doing it because we gotta compete with other women for the.
That's
No,
what
because
women-
I don't like going outside with Oreo cookie eyes. Like how is that just not a problem?
Well, shit, some niggas might not want to go out because they ain't got a hairline.
That's their business.
Well,
I
there
got
we
hair.
go. That's what I'm saying. But in all seriousness, like honestly, black women, like y'all need more support and y'all need more people to tell y'all that y'all beautiful just the way y'all are, because y'all really are. And it's like if you want to put makeup on, you want to put a weave on, you want to put a wig on, I'm okay with that. Be happy. Like as long as you happy, be happy with yourself.
You are
But
lying.
don't.
He talk about that shit all the time.
Because I just talk shit. Like, but I love to talk shit because it's fun. That's nothing.
I hate a wig. So I don't hear that shit. I mean, like, these laces,
No.
I hate a wig.
All right, let me clarify. I do hate wigs. I do hate wigs. I hate bad wigs and bad
You
wigs.
don't even gotta wear them. What are
If
you talking about?
you're gonna get a wig, get a good wig. Don't get that. I'm seeing motherfucking females making wigs at their houses now. Like this
Because they be knowing what they doing.
Oh, but they know they doing that too.
custom. You think about you going to like one of the little shops.
$500 ticket, okay?
Hey,
We're
I
not talking about synthetic.
Thank you.
This is
Nobody
it.
3 bundles and a closure.
if you gonna do it.
It's like $20
No.
job.
If you gonna do it right. That's all I'm saying. Like, do it right. Like don't be half-assing your shit. Like, if you gonna do it, because people gonna tell. And me, like, I'm really like a stickler on
Okay,
details.
listen,
So I'm
I
gonna see
want
all that
niggas
shit.
to remember this. If you're gonna do it,
Yes.
do it right.
Right.
R.
you
Kelly
gonna
didn't do it
visit-
right. That
If you
nigga
gonna get a
Beijing was
hairline,
dripping in that
don't be
interview.
Beijing to me. That's why
That
you
nigga R.
do
Kelly
it
shit was
right.
dripping that. They had to cut the interview off. They said, nigga, wipe your shit off. Bring the makeup people in. They had to fix that shit. But now, like, it is, like, if you gonna do it, do it. Like, whatever makes you feel happy, do that. But don't do it because
First
you
of all,
want to
let me
make
just
other
tell
people
y'all,
happy.
when I think about it, that R. Kelly interview, he would really expose his of how they did it right. Gail.
I
like
loved her
you.
composure.
No, she was so composed. No shade to Gail, but they should have had like a 17-year-old girl doing that interview. That nigga would expose everything. Y'all didn't pick the
This is
right
also
age
true.
group.
On that note, I think we out of here. I bullshit now. I think we can finally finish. Y'all think?
We out of here now.
On that note, we gonna get up out of here, man. Thank you, Zena, so much for coming on. Let the people know where they can get your clothing line.
Everything.
If you want them to follow you, let them know.
Yeah, everything's by Zena Tyler, wherever. B-Y.
Zena with a Z.
Z like zebra. ENATYLER. That's it.
All right, yeah, y'all
Thank
go
you
check her
for
clothing
coming.
line out,
It's a
man.
pleasure.
It's amazing. She makes everything by hand. She ain't scouring the internet looking for shit and then selling it back to y'all for double the price.
The money, okay?
This ain't no Fashion
Right.
Nova bullshit.
It's
this
no,
some real
it's nice.
shit.
It's great quality.
You
Yeah,
know,
I'm gonna be the black fashion.
Pretty
Nova
soon
watch.
she gonna hire a gang of little Asian kids. They ain't gonna be in their
That's
house
true.
sewing up shit. But
That's
right now she
pretty
doing
true.
everything by herself. So.
I do want a sweatshop. Speaking of that,
Everybody need a sweatshop.
Yeah, why
But,
not? I'm gonna pay y'all though.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. This Not Relationship Goals podcast.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Not Relationship Goals podcast. Moral of the story.
23.
Do you. We out here. Peace.